Welcome, everybody. Thank you for making time for your practice today. We'll get started taking the feet a little bit wider than hip width. Bend your knees, and then hold on to your elbows. Let your torso relax forward, and just let yourself totally relax into ragdoll. Let your spine relax, let your neck relax. And start to take some deep breath through your nose. You're welcome to close the eyes. Now start to move the legs. Straighten one leg while bending the other leg. And then switch. Straighten the other leg and bend. And then continue alternating. You can also move side to side. If you're feeling pretty loose, go ahead and straighten both legs. And then find stillness, and we'll take about 5 more breaths. You can keep holding your elbows, or you can let your hands relax towards the floor. Bend your knees, and then very slowly roll up through your spine, one vertebra at a time. And as you get to standing, roll the shoulders up and back, making some big circles. Now bring your hands together, so prayer position. Draw your shoulders away from your ears, and then bring the hands down towards the belly button. Try to keep the palms together. This is going to challenge the wrist joint and also warm it up. And then bring your hands up again, relax the effort. Lower palms together, bring the hands down. And then bring them up again. And repeat that a few more times at your own pace. Shoulders away from ears. Bring the backs of the hands together now, and make some fists, circling the wrists in one direction and then the other. Good. And then we'll meet back in mountain pose. On a long inhale breath, spread your arms out to the sides, and then reach up to the sky. As you exhale, come back, mountain pose. Slow the movement, slow your breath. Inhale, lift your arms up. Lift your chin, looking up at the thumbs. Exhale, mountain pose, arms at sides. And repeat that a few more times. Create an ocean sound by gently constricting the back of the throat. It feels a lot like a whisper in the back of the throat. On your next exhale, fold forward. Feel free to bend your knees, hands to the floor, or hold the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward again. Try to straighten your legs this time. And we'll pause there, taking 5 breaths. Engage the muscles in the fronts of your legs, your quadricep muscles at the front of the thighs, as well as the front of the shins by lifting and spreading your toes. Inhale, half lift. Lift the head. Exhale, step back to plank position. High plank, so spread your fingers wide and push strong through the upper palm knuckles. And then explore pressing off the toes to come forward just a little bit, and then move back in space. And repeat that. Push off the toes to come forward, shoulder past the wrist as far as you're comfortable, and then move back again. Core is strong, shoulder blades are spreading. Shoulders are drawing away from the ears. And then lower your knees to the floor and sit back onto your feet. Toe squat. Shake the wrists out again. And then take the hands to the floor from table. Shoulders over the wrists. Lift your lower palm and thumb, and then bring it back down. And repeat that. We'll do about 10 of these as a way of strengthening the forearm to help strengthen around the wrist joint. So if you're someone that does have quite a bit of wrist pain in yoga, you should be doing this kind of stuff pretty much every day. And it's not about lifting really high. It's just getting strengthening through the forearm. So if you're able to lift really high, that's a sign you could probably bring your whole body forward more so you're more above the wrist. Oh, and that should be harder right away. Good. 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Now sit back towards your feet and gently press the backs of your hands into the floor. So the fingernails are close to your knees, barely any weight in the hands. And then make a fist and press all the fingernails down. And repeat that. We'll do about 10 of these. 5 more to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. And then come back to table position. Strong in the upper palm knuckles. Take your hands a little bit further forward than you usually would. So this is a modified plank. Bring your shoulders just behind your wrist. Now as you exhale, your elbows are going to go back and pretty close to the rib cage. As you inhale, straighten the arms. And repeat. Exhale, bend the elbows. Press the hands towards each other. Inhale to come up again. Exhale, elbows squeeze in. And press up. Keep on going. I'll give you a different viewing angle. So as I'm bending the elbows, I don't want them to go like way out to the side, but I'm also not trying to hug them in all the way like that. I'm trying to find like that happy medium. So you could think of the elbows going out about 45 degrees or so. Good, last one. Come all the way down onto your belly. And we'll rest in Sphinx Pose. Bring the elbows, forearms to the floor, about shoulder width apart. You can rest your hips on the ground as well, and we'll take some deep breath. You might feel a bit of stretch in the belly. And try to draw that breath from the belly all the way up to the chest. On your next exhale, come down and bring your hands back where your elbows were. So it's just like a low plank type of positioning for the shoulder. Push down through your lower palm and then push equally through your upper palm knuckles. As you inhale, lift the feet, lift the shoulders, Cobra Pose. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift your shoulders, pull back with your hands. Exhale to lower. 3 more times. Inhale, Cobra. The head is the last thing to come up. Exhale, down slow. 2 more. If it hurts your neck, you can instead keep your head neutral. And that can have the benefit of creating more of a back bend in the upper spine while protecting the neck and the low back. Good. So repeat that one more time or move into upward dog. Inhale, pull through. And up dog, the feet press down, the knees and the hips lift. Exhale, strong core, downward facing dog. Walk the feet in a few inches towards your hands and then breathe. You can walk your dog, pedaling the legs out, One heel reaches down, the other heel can lift. You can also wag the tail, moving the hips side to side. Sitting back towards one heel and then the other to get that side body lengthening. There's also a lot of stretching or mobility incorporated into these movements. So a lot of times people think you need to be stretching to become more flexible, but that's not even true at all. It's actually becoming strong in your range that gives you a flexibility you can use in real life. The kind of flexibility that helps fix posture-related issues as well. So from down dog, take a breath in, lift your heels. Exhale to bend your knees and look forward. Step to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold, head towards the knees. Inhale, come all the way up, lifting your arms overhead. Exhale, arms at sides in mountain pose. Inhale, spread the arms and reach up, look to your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank pose, hold it. Bring your legs together, push strong through your hands, spreading your shoulder blades. And then lift your left leg up without letting anything else move. Lower it down and switch, right leg up. Everything else stays still. And continue. Spread the toes and hug the midline. Good. Now lift both legs up. Just kidding. Imagine that feeling of lifting, no jumping. Imagine that feeling of lifting both legs. So the back of the legs are strong. Bend your elbows, low push-up, back to high plank, straight arms. 2 more times. Bend the elbows, strong in the back of the legs, and straighten the arms. Last one. And straighten the arms. And then come all the way down. Sphinx pose. Bring your left arm out to the side. You can bend the elbow a little bit more than 90 degrees or so. I'm going to go for about 120 degree bend at the elbow. And as the hand gently pushes down, roll over onto your left side, stretching into the left chest. Take your right foot behind you. That's going to help you with that opening. Explore squeezing your shoulder blade into the middle of the back, the left shoulder blade. Come back to center, switching sides. Bring the right arm out to the side, opening the elbow about 120. Upper arm bone is parallel to your chest, and then roll over to that right side. Squeezing the right shoulder blade to the middle of the back. Try to find a stretch in your chest. And then come back to center. Great. Interlace the fingers behind the back, squeezing the shoulder blades. Squeeze your legs together. Inhale, lift the legs, pull through the arms, and breathe. Strong upper back, strong inner leg muscles. Exhale down. And inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then from downward dog, push your hips back. Think about really spreading the shoulder blades out, lifting the buttocks. Look for a straight spine. It can help to bend the knees, especially if you know that your hamstrings are a little bit tight. I welcome you to explore that. And whatever straightness in the spine you find, keep that while exploring how much you can straighten the legs. On your next inhale breath, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, look to your hands, and step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, arms at sides. Inhale, lift the arms, look up at your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, leaning back through the heels. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank pose. Lower it down slow. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, strong core, downward dog. Take a breath in. As you exhale, move into high plank. Inhale, lift the chin, downward dog. Exhale, plank, tuck your chin. Inhale, lift the chin, downward dog. A few more times. Moving vertebra by vertebra through the exhale breath. Lift the chin through the inhale breath. And then we'll meet in downward dog. Take about 5 more breaths, spreading the fingers, push out through the hands, and breathe. Hug the elbows in towards each other. It can help to put a small bend in the elbows and then hug them in. So that helps recruit a muscle that spreads the shoulder blades out, your MVP of shoulder stability, serratus anterior. And then straighten the arms and try to keep that connection. On your next inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or jump forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the arms, coming all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose, arms at sides. Inhale, lift the arms, grab onto your right wrist this time. On your exhale, side bend, leaning over to your left with the hands. Inhale, come up and repeat that. Exhale, squeezing on the top wrist. Again, inhale, come up. Exhale, side bend and hold. Turn your right chest open to the sky by really engaging the left side of your core. Push firmly through your right heel, engaging the buttocks, lengthening the low back. Try to hang out calmly, deep breathing through the nose. And then come back to center with core strength. Take a breath in, grab the other wrist. Exhale, other side. Inhale, back to center. And again, exhale, side bending. Inhale, center, last one. Exhale, side bending, and breathe. Stay firm through your feet, especially your left heel. Contracting the buttocks. Turn your left chest to the sky. Left hip presses forward. Right side of the core extra strong. And moving from the core, inhale to come up. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, pull through the arms, folding forwards. If it's hard to squeeze the shoulder blades, you could benefit by holding a towel or a strap in between your hands. That'll give you the freedom to squeeze the shoulder blades and awaken those upper back muscles, which really commonly don't get used very much, believe it or not. Even if you're a strong athlete, in a lot of sports, you just wouldn't really engage them much. Next, exhale, release the hands, reach forward past your feet and bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Lift the arms up. Join the hands together. Exhale, stay there, but reach the hands just below your neck and hug the elbows in. We're going to hang out here for a little while. I'll give you a side profile. So push your hands back, elbows up. Strong core. And then see how low you can go. Keep your heels on the ground, bend your knees, keep opening your chest, strong core. All right, let's take the hands down. Inhale, crow pose or high plank, your choice. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, strong core, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up to the sky on an inhale. Pause there and bend the right knee. Make some big circles in the hip. Pressing the knee out to the side and up to the sky. Try to engage the glute muscles, the buttocks. That's going to help with opening up and making the hip joint more stable. On your next exhale, right foot steps forward, high lunge position. Inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knee, draw back through the elbows. And repeat. Inhale, come up, squeezing the glutes. Exhale, strong core and glutes, elbows draw back. 3 more times with your breath. Try to find those short pauses at the ends of the movements, at the hard parts. Stay in the hard parts longer. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, take your hands to the floor past your foot. Inhale, high plank. Low plank on your exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, feet together. Inhale, left leg up. Big circles in the hip, bending the left knee. Keep your spine straight. You may have to bend your right leg as well to find that. Take your time to explore. On your next exhale, left foot forward. Feet about hip width apart. High lunge on the inhale, arms up. Exhale, strong core and glutes. Bend your back knee to hover. Inhale, reaching up, squeeze the back glute. Exhale, hover. A few more to go. As you reach up, focus on lifting the heel as well. So that stretches the plantar fascia, the arch of the foot, the sole of the foot. Good, last one. Reach up on the in-breath, lift the heel. Exhale, hands down slow. Inhale, high plank, spread your fingers and grip. Exhale, low plank, elbows 45 degrees or so. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew, and breathe. Deep breath through the nose. On your next exhale, bend your knees, look to thumbs. Inhale, step or jump, half lift. Exhale, fold, contracting the quadriceps. Bend your knees for chair pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, stand tall in mountain pose. Take a breath in. On your exhale, see how low you can sit. Inhale, sit a little bit higher, chair pose. Exhale, hands to the floor. Crow pose if you know it, otherwise plank. Inhale, bend your elbows, round your back, and try to lift your feet. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, strong core, down dog. Bring your feet together. Inhale, right leg up, point the foot. Exhale, bring your knee to your right shoulder, shoulders over your wrists. And repeat that, lifting the leg on the inhale, rounding the back on the exhale. 3 more times. If you need to take a break at any point, feel totally free. 2 more to go. One more lift. Knee to the shoulder on the exhale. Hold the position. Bring the knee down towards the wrist and up towards the shoulder 3 times. Down and up. That's 2. Last one. If you missed the first, don't worry about it. You're not missing much. Lift the leg. Exhale, right foot forward, lunging. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right, arms out like wings. Bend your back leg. Inhale, back to center, arms up. Again, exhale, arms out, twist. Inhale, back to high lunge, arms up. About 3 more times. I've been saving myself for you, you know. Haven't really practiced much for a few days. I've been out running, but my body's pretty fresh for you today. So I'm pushing a little bit more. Okay, one more time. We'll come back to center. And then twist on the exhale. Take your right hand towards your back leg. Inhale, left arm up to the sky. And pause. Engage your core, engage your glutes. Try to press your left hip forward. So you're squaring the left hip forward, pulling the right heel back. Maybe you can find a stretch in the front of your left hip. Maybe it flows all the way up the left side of your spine, right through the armpit. Slowly straighten your back leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, left hand to the floor, right arm up to the sky. Easy twist. Option 2, turn the right hip out, going onto the outer edge of the foot. Turn and then go onto the outer edges of both feet, stacking your shoulders. Reach the top arm up. On your exhale, lower the hand. Inhale, plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to left shoulder. Push through the hands. And repeat 5 times. Inhale to lift. Exhale, round your back. Strong core. Strong push through the hands. 3 more to go. Pointing that left foot. Bringing the heel toward the sitting bone as you go forward. Last one. We're going to hold this last one. 3 breaths. Bring your knee down towards the hand, up towards the shoulder 3 times. That's 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, left foot forward, lunge on your right toes. Inhale, high lunge, or crescent lunge as it's also known. Exhale, bend your back knee and turn the heart towards the left. Inhale, come up, squeeze the glute. Exhale, arms out, twisting, hovering the back knee or touch down. And about 3 more to go, nice and slow. It's really good stuff. The opposite of sitting. Back to high lunge once more. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, twist and bring your left hand to your back leg. Right arm up to the sky and breathe. Engage the glutes, pressing your right hip forward. Try to drag your left foot back even though it's stuck to your mat. That's going to engage the left hamstrings. Slowly straighten the back leg. Take a full breath. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up, easy twist. Option 2, go onto the outer edges of both feet, turning the front foot out about 45 degrees. Exhale to lower your left hand. Inhale to high plank. Exhale down slow. Come all the way down onto your belly. Squeeze your legs together. Reach the arms straight ahead. With an inhale, tuck your chin and lift your arms, lift your legs. 5 breaths. Squeeze the legs together. Strong through the whole back line. From the soles of the feet, through the calves, through the hamstrings and glutes, through the back line of the spine. And exhale down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale from the core, downward dog. Lower your knees to the ground. It's a good time to fix your hair, tuck in your shirt, whatever you need to do. Yeah, and we'll go on to the forearms now. So it's going to be similar to what we did with the leg lift and down dog, but doing it on the forearms makes it easier on the wrist, but demands a lot more shoulder strength. So it's okay if you need to take breaks. This will be challenging. Forearms parallel. Lift your hips up. And then focus on pressing your chest towards your feet. As you inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bring the knee towards the right shoulder. Notice how this brings our shoulders forward past the elbows. That's the hardest part. Inhale, lift your leg. Press your heart towards your back foot. And exhale, come forward again, knee to upper arm. Good, one more time. Lift the leg. Exhale, knee towards that upper arm. Inhale, lift the leg. And then relax, bring your feet together. We'll do the other side. Left leg up on an inhale. Exhale, strong core, knee to the left arm. Again, inhale, lift the leg. 2 more to go. Exhale, knee to the upper arm. Once more. Inhale, lift. Nice and slow. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, bring the feet together. And then lower your knees. And we'll sit back onto the heels. Very good. So you can either sit back onto your heels with the feet together. Extra challenge, we take the feet a little bit wider. You may need to place a pillow or a yoga block underneath your buttocks, but if it's available to you in the knee joint, if it feels comfortable, you can actually try to sit in between the ankles. I always get a little snap, crackle, pop the first time I do it, but if it's a little bit uncomfortable on the very front of the knee, that's fine. What we want to avoid is anything on the inside of the knee or outside of the knee. So if that's the case, you'll have to support yourself sitting higher on something or sitting on your own feet instead. We'll take a few more breaths there. Lifting the heart, chest towards the chin. Draw the ears back over the shoulders. And then come forwards. Press the bottoms of the toes down for a toe squat. So you're pressing down through the base of the toes. And we'll take the knees wide apart. Let's take a few moments here. And now take the hands forward past your knees. Lean back a little bit, bringing the knees towards the upper arm bones near the armpits. Lift your hips up. Bend your elbows, and then lean forward. If you get the feet up, let them come back down. Reach forward again. Lean into your hands. Maybe the feet come up. And then place them back down a little closer to your hands. And then we take the hands forward further, creating a little bit of a runway to practice our crow lift. And when you reach the end of your mat, you can turn around and take it the other way. We're rounding forward, pushing the elbows in towards each other. If you'd like an extra challenge, you can try hopping into it. And then when you get to the back of the mat, turn yourself around again. And we'll lower the knees down again. Bring your right leg straight out in front. And you can bring your left foot just outside of your hip. If you need to support the buttocks with a blanket or pillow or anything, that's fine. And then we'll take the knees apart. Bring your right forearm behind you. And you're going to lean back onto that forearm, engaging the buttock. Extend the left hip. So you might feel a really nice stretch at the front of the hip. Most likely you'll feel something at the front of the thigh. And feel free to take both forearms to the floor. It's okay if your knees go apart here. And then help yourself up. And we'll switch sides. Take the left leg forward. Fold the right leg back. All the toenails on the floor if possible. And then lean back onto your left arm. You could stay there. Option to go onto the right forearm as well. And then explore. You can engage that right buttock a little bit to lift the hip, inviting a stretch through the front of the thigh, potentially the front of the hip. And then we'll help ourselves up again. Bring both legs out in front. Take the hands about half a foot behind you, and then roll your shoulders up and back. Squeeze between the shoulder blades, open your chest. On your next inhale, point the feet and lift the hips up. You can stay here or release the head back. 5 slow breaths. Push strong through your index finger knuckles while you squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Strong hamstrings, strong core. Try to touch the toes to the floor. Lift the hips even higher. And exhale down. Very good. And now we'll take hold of the right foot and cradle rock that right leg, gently going side to side. And you can place your right ankle over your left thigh near the knee. Take the hands about half a foot behind you again and bend the left leg. From here, press your right thigh towards the front of your mat. So we're trying to find a stretch in the front or the outside of the right hip. Option 2 is called fire log, where you stack one shin over the other with the option of folding forward from there. I find that for that one, I have kind of long shin bones, so I have to move my foot a little more towards the knee or even below the knee to make it feel good. So you can play around with it, find what feels right. Some people call this double pigeon because it's the same kind of position that your hip finds itself in for pigeon pose. If you'd like to feel more in this variation, you can bring your elbows to the floor and press them back towards you, drawing the heart forward and up a little bit. Think of bringing the belly towards the thighs, but opening the chest. Inhale to come up. Return to that first position with the right ankle over the left thigh. And then bring the sole of the right foot to the floor. Spinal twist. Left hand to the knee, take a breath in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. You can stay there or bring your whole left arm outside of your leg. And I apologize if I lose the sound in this pose. I tend to squish my microphone. It's really compressive posture. If you'd like an extra challenge, engage your core. Lean towards the front of your mat and reach your right arm by your ear. Try to lengthen the right side of the body. Use the core to twist open. Inhale back to center. Good. And exhale, let go. We'll switch. Left ankle over the right thigh. Hands behind you about half a foot or so. Roll your shoulders back on an inhale. And then press that left thigh forward towards the floor. It's a really great hip opener. So option 2 is stacking the shins. You may have to bring your top knee over to the left a little more, with the option of reaching forwards, and then add to it by pulling back with your elbows. So think of your heart shining forward past the front of your mat. On your inhale, come up. Return to that first position, left ankle over the thigh. On your next exhale, take the sole of that left foot to the floor, so your left leg is on top, right heel is by the buttock. And then spinal twist. Take your left fingers behind you, looking over the shoulder. There's also the option to bring your entire right arm outside of the leg. Extra challenge, engage the right side of the core, leaning towards the front of the mat, top arm by the ear. Inhale back to center and bring the legs out in front. Heels together, bend your knees. Lean back 45 degrees, taking the arms forward for boat pose Navasana. So we're trying to get it in the core. Helps to think of tucking the tailbone under a little bit and then try to lift your legs, arms forward. Engage your chest by pressing the hands together. As you exhale, bring your knees towards your shoulders, reach forwards. Round 2. Inhale, lean back, 5 breath again. If you're feeling looser, you can try to straighten your legs. Strong in the core still. Shaking is good. This is hitting the lower transverse abdominis really strongly, something we often overlook. Knees to shoulders, arms forward. Awesome. 3rd round. 5 breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Soles the feet together. Bound angle, Baddha Konasana. Bring your heels as close to your pelvis as you can get them. If the hips are quite open, you can also try opening the soles of the feet. Take an inhale to lift your heart. Exhale, explore folding forwards. Nice and easy. If you can easily bring your chin to the floor, that's a sign you should go for a run tomorrow. Tighten those things back up. I better go running. Don't want to get too loose. Inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale, find your peace fingers, put them on display. Yeah, there it is. And then hook your big toes. Lean back about 45 degrees, just like we did in boat pose. Try to keep your back straight, and then see how much you can straighten your legs out to the sides. Lift the heart. Maybe even draw the arm bones back, opening the chest. And then slowly let go. And we'll take the legs for a walk. So you may want to use the full width of your mat, turning to the side here. Find your core, hands together. And we'll take that right leg for a walk across the center 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And back. 1, 2, 3. Other leg. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And again, switch legs. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The more forward you can stay, the harder it's going to be for the hip flexors. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Very good. Take your right foot to your inner thigh. Inhale, lift the heart, and then turning your hips towards your straighter leg. Exhale, reach for the foot with both hands. Feel free to bend the knee or take a strap around your foot. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold over the leg to your own comfortable degree. If it feels good, you can round your back. We'll take 5 deep breaths. One more breath. Inhale to lift your chest. Exhale, right hand behind you. Inhale, reach back through the left arm, lengthening the side body, pulling the ribs in. If you are really comfortable, keep the backs of the legs strong and start to open up into more of a back bend, just like leaning back over a fence. On your exhale, come back to sitting. Right leg comes out, left leg folds in. Inhale, tall spine. Turn your pelvis towards your right leg. Exhale, reach for the right foot, bending your knee as much as you need to. Hello, cat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold over your leg. 5 breaths. Think of aiming the heart towards the foot. And instead of rounding forward right away, you want to look for a sense of creating straightness through the spine, and then round just a little bit. I changed my cat's food last night, and she's been giving me a time, let me tell you. She's not happy. So if you're in a position to do so, inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, take your left hand behind you. And then inhale, reach back through the right arm. Strong in the core and glutes. Maybe you open up into more of a back bend. Hello, cat. And then exhaling, come back to sitting. Bring your legs out in front. Feet to the floor, bend the knees, take a breath in. Exhale, lay down with core strength, nice and slow. Bridge pose or full wheel. Feet on the floor, a few inches in front of your buttocks. Try to keep your feet a little bit wider than hip width, but not much. Option 1, inhale, lift your hips. And wiggle your arm bones closer to each other behind the back, with the option of interlacing the fingers or holding on to the edges of the mat, trying to tear the mat apart. If you're really comfortable in wheel pose, place your hands under your shoulders and then lift your hips. Taking 5 more breaths. From wheel, exhale, touch the head down, just like a push-up. Inhale, come up for round 2, or repeat bridge again. Feel free to walk the hands closer to the feet. One more wheel push-up. And again, inhale, come up. Last round of bridge or wheel. As you exhale, lift your heels. Come all the way down onto your back. And then draw the knees in towards the shoulders, nice and wide. This is called dead frog pose. Knees wide like frog legs. Press the sacrum into the floor. that area at the back of the pant line. Open your chest, looping the shoulders into the floor. And with the feet on the ground, keep the feet as wide as the mat. Windshield wiper the legs side to side. Nice and easy movement. And bring both knees to the left side. You can stay there, or place the left ankle on the outside of your right leg, somewhere above the knee on the outside of that leg. And take some deep breath. This might be a really nice stretch through the belly or the right hip. And then come back to center. Take the knees over to the right side, keeping the feet as wide as the mat. Option 2, right foot on the outside of your left leg, outside the left thigh. And then come back to center. Happy baby pose. Hug your knees to your shoulders again. This time reach for the soles of the feet. And you can draw the knees towards the floor. It's okay to let your lower back come up and your hips come up. If you are comfortable with plow pose, there is also the option of rolling back over your shoulders for plow, which can be done with bent knees or with straight legs for more of a challenge, holding the big toes. Legs together or apart. Few more deep breaths. And with an exhale, slowly let go. Lower your spine to the floor. Knees together, wrap your arms around the legs, and bow your head towards your knees for a few breaths. You're also welcome to gently rock side to side, massaging the sides of the back. And then let go into relaxation. Stretch the feet towards the corners of the mat and rest the arms by your sides. Take all the rest you can. Thank you so much for showing up and practicing today. Hope you enjoyed yourself.